Hi everybody, Psychology of No. I'm on lesson 16 here. This is another implementation lesson. And before I get into the lesson, I just want to say that a whole bunch of people have been reaching out to me about these videos. And it makes me feel great because I know that these are concepts that actually work. I know that they work because they've worked in our business. And I'm having people reach out to me, commenting on the videos, messaging me, emailing me through Facebook or email saying this is helping them to overcome their approach anxiety, that fear of rejection. So that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Now, let's keep moving and let's keep the momentum going here. This is another implementation tip for this idea. Now, I want you right now to think about your business. If your business is exactly where you want it, you are making exactly the level of income you want to make, you have the size of the business that you want, you have the lifestyle that you want, everything is exactly as you dreamed, well then shut off this video. You're fine. You don't need to watch it. You don't need to watch any of them. If you like watching them, watch them. But if your business isn't like that, if there's something about it, I know that this tip can add value to you. I know it because I've seen it in our business, okay? And it is a way to really, again, put this idea into a habit. In the last video, I talked about how you should choose a number and just stick with it. A number of people or prospecting attempts, people you're going to go actually talk to, whether it be on the phone or in person, to get out there and risk hearing a no, right? So I talked about how we're going to stick with one. And once you get comfortable with one, we move to two. Then once you get comfortable with two, we move it up. And we're just building this into a long-term habit of approaching people, okay? And why do you need to do that? You need to do that because your current network isn't big enough to have the business that you want, the lifestyle that you want, the ideal income that you want. Your current network isn't big enough. So you have to keep approaching people. So this tip is a way to make that process easier and actually less emotionally attached. And that's a really important thing. I want you to be able to detach your emotions from this. I know that's really hard, and I've talked about that in the past, about how people say, well, I can't detach my emotions. That's who I am. Yes, you can, because in a lot of cases, your emotions aren't actually helping you. They are giving you that approach anxiety. They are giving you that fear of rejection. So we've got to learn to detach these emotions from the act of prospecting. And one of the ways that we do it is I call it 3 R's. Record, reward, reflect. Okay, record. We're going to get ourselves a little journal. I like Moleskine journals. There's my plug for this one. And as Megan can tell you, she's seen hundreds of these things around. Why? Because I record. I record prospecting activity. I record engagements that I'm doing that are taking me outside of my comfort zone. The act of recording them makes it objective. It's able to release my emotional attachment from the actual approach. So what I want you to do is get yourself a journal. And on the top of the journal, just write the date and then write the number of approaches that you do and try to hit your goal. That leads us to the second R, reward. Set some type of a reward for yourself. Something that you're looking forward to. But it's not a reward based on the results of the approach. It's a reward for the approach itself. So if you say, okay, I'm just going to talk to one person a day. One person I'm going to share my business with. Okay? When you hit that one person, you don't hit that one person. When you hit that target, when you achieve that goal, you write down what you did on the page, and then you give yourself a reward. Okay? Now leading in, the reward can be whatever you want. It can be, it doesn't really matter. Make it fun. Make it a game. Okay, again, we're trying to objectify this emotionally. We're trying to make this fun, make it into a game. So the target that you're shooting for is an approach. When you do an approach, it could be on the phone or in person, then you record and then you reward. Then the last one, reflect. When do we reflect? If you don't do an approach in a day. I'm not saying do it 7 days a week. I recognize that there's weekends and people have religious commitments and otherwise. So I'm not saying do it 7 days a week. But what I am saying is on the days that you run your business, you should be doing an approach. A day shouldn't go by where you don't talk to a stranger about your business in some way. And so if a day does go by that you don't talk to them, then you need to reflect. And in your little journal, you need to say, why didn't I approach today? Did I get too busy in the busy work? Is the approach anxiety hitting me again? Is this fear of rejection on me again? Because if you get, and we see this all the time, people get so tied up in the busy work of their business, they don't grow their business. They just live in the busy work. You've got to get outside of your comfort zone. You've got to approach in order to grow. And this thing will keep you accountable because you can't lie to it. It's going to tell the truth. It's going to tell you exactly what you did and what you didn't do. So record your approaches, reward yourself, and if you don't make the approach that day, reflect. Build that into a habit. It will pay off big time in your business.